Hey, what's up everybody? How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see. Everything is running all nice and smoothly. Hey, Godzilla Nid, what's good? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Gray, what's good, Mo? Hey, Ultralord, what's good, bro? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Forgive me if I'm a little bit more burned out than usual tonight, y'all. It is a scorcher here today. It has reached 89 degrees here, which I knew it was gonna be warm today. I mean, I saw this coming, but like, shoot, I forgot what, you know, when you're stuck in winter mode for so long, you forget what 89 degrees feels like. And, you know, just last week it was like, well, it was like 40 here. It was like the high last week, and now it's like 89. And tomorrow's gonna also be 89. Hey, Janine. And then like this weekend's gonna be like 64. So I'm like, great. Terrific. Oh my gosh. I hope everyone's had a good day so far today, though. Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, it really is warm, Gray. I don't know if it's as hot for you up in up where you are right now as it is down here, but yeah, it is brutal. It is very brutal. I am not good in the heat. I do not like the heat. I much prefer the cold. The cold is way easier to deal with, you know, because like with cold, you know, it's really easy to warm yourself up when it's cold, right? You can always add on more layers, you know what I mean? Can't do that when it's hot though. The heat is much harder to fight, you know. Janine says it got cool. It got cooler in New Orleans. Dang, I'm jealous. How what's the temperature down in New Orleans right now? Godzilla says I live in Canada. It's pretty cold here. I'm jealous. I wish I could be there right now. What part of Canada are you from? What was I gonna say too about the weather? Oh no, I wasn't gonna say something about the weather. I was gonna say, guys, quick fun fact, and I don't know if she'll mention this if she pops into the chat today, but Zeal got one of the 2 jobs that she applied for. So if she pops into chat tonight, everyone drop some dubs in the chat for Zeal, because she's at least got 1 job secured. So there's that, you know. Just wanted to mention that while she's not here so we can surprise her a little bit. I don't know. Janine says 72. Jesus. 72 degrees, but the highs in the 60s earlier this week. Nice. Nice. Woo! Amazing. Alright, so now that we got enough people here, I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and get started. First of all, guys, once again, thank you so much for coming in tonight once again to join us here at Chimera Games. Really appreciate y'all as always. Don't forget, as always, y'all, if you could please leave a like on the stream if you like what you see here right now. Please remember, please do that. That really helps me out with the channel, especially with the algorithm. You know, it likes it when you like stuff. So yeah, tonight we are going to be starting a new project like I mentioned last week. Y'all voted a little bit on like what we were gonna do next. And y'all voted on my Castigator tank, which I got the box right here. In fact, it is right here waiting for us. There she is in all her tanky glory. And so yeah, this is gonna be our next project. It's probably gonna take us a couple streams to build this, and then we'll move on to painting it, and then, you know, it'll be done. So it'll be more or less the same story as last time, just with a much different unit. Janine says also okay. Oh, thank you for noticing. Yeah, I got a haircut today. I have a big event for work coming up, so I decided to actually like make myself look presentable for a change. So yeah, I went and got a haircut today. Today's actually been a pretty chill day. I work, like I said last week, you know, I work from home on Thursdays now, so that was really nice. And then show off the temp fade a little bit. Yeah, okay, give me a second, hold on. Let me go back to just me. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, oh, hold on, let me move my my headset. Yeah, so there's the fade on the side. There's the fade on the side right there. The temp fade on the side right there. There's the other side right there. And then this is probably a little, I don't know if I can really, I don't really have a lot of room here to rotate, but I also got it like tapered in the back too. So like looks nice, and I don't know if you can like really see it, but like, yeah. There we go. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I went to a new barber today, so I was a little nervous at first. But he was actually a really chill dude, and all, like, you know, did a great job with my hair, I thought too. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy I went and got my hair cut today. As a kid, I used to like dread getting my hair cut because I used to be like afraid of it, but like I've grown into like, you know, liking, and dare I say even loving to go get my hair cut, you know, even though I don't get it cut very often because it can get kind of expensive, you know. But yeah, what else did I just say? Yeah, I did that. I had work, then I went to go do that. On the way, I watched the new trailer for the next Zelda game for Tears of the Kingdom dropped today, and oh my god, y'all, I gotta say something real quick. That trailer had me so excited. Like, I have not been that excited for a video game release in a really long time. I'm one of those people who got like kind of scorned by a lot of the different like really hyped video games over the years that like came out and ended up being like a massive disappointment, or like a super buggy mess, and a super buggy mess, you know. So I thought, you know, it couldn't be me anymore, you know, getting hyped up for a video game like that. But that Tears of the Kingdom trailer was just it was spectacular, and I'm definitely going to be getting that. Probably not right at launch, you know. I'm gonna wait and see what people are saying about it, because, you know, I've learned my lesson from all of that now. But yeah, otherwise though, I am really excited based on what they showed. That and and the new Jedi Fallen, the new Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Jedi Survivor trailer. Those are definitely two games that I want to pick up in the near future. Godzilla says I'm probably gonna play Breath of the Wild some more for a refresher. Yeah, me too. In fact, I might try to finally complete like all the shrines in that game. I never 100%ed Breath of the Wild, even though I have like hundreds of hours in that game. I might try to do that before the new game drops May 12th. We'll see if I have the time, but yeah. Otherwise, I'm very excited about all of that for sure. So yeah, overall, it's been like a pretty chill day for me. I'm excited to be here with y'all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. Let me move my mic over as always. Get it nice and readjusted here. Okay. Hold on. Let me loosen that a little bit more. Alright, turn that up. Okay, and we are ready to go. So, Castigator, let's go ahead and pop it out. Grab my X-Acto knife here. Gonna just tear off the plastic here real quick. There we go. Alright. Plastic is off. Now we are going to slide all of our pieces out. Here we go. So of course, as always, we have our let's see. Hey E, what's good? I'm doing alright, how are you? So we got our instruction manual right here. We got all of our tank bits in here, and then ooh, this set comes with some water transfer stickers, which are basically like, they're basically just like kind of like tattoos. You know, I take one of these, I dip it in some water, then the design comes off the paper, then I stick the design onto the model. Might end up using some of these for our tank here, but we'll see. Did I get a new cut? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, E. Thank you for noticing. I just got that done today. Yes. Okay. Here we are. So, looking ahead a little bit, there's one thing I want to talk about real quick, and that is this section right here. So, the Castigator, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm a big fan of the new cut myself, you know. Glad I went and got it today. So, this Castigator tank has two options for the main cannon, right? You got the Castigator battle cannon, you got the Castigator auto cannons here, the 1 barrel or the 2 barrel. And basically, like, in game, these two guns, for those of you who don't know or like don't know how Warhammer works, when it comes to building your models, you also have to keep in mind what weapon loadouts you want to give them. I might have mentioned this way back when we first started building the sisters, but basically, you know, the model, the weapon that you build with your model, by and large, is the weapon that they're going to be using in game, right? And different weapons have different behaviors. Basically, with the Castigator auto cannon versus the Castigator battle cannon, is a question of, do you want really good single target armor penetration, or do you want like multi-target, like horde handling, kind of mow down style of shooting when it comes to the you know, when it comes to their choice between the battle cannon and the auto cannons, right? Now, thinking about my overall game plan and how I want to use this Castigator in my future games, I know that by and large, I want to have the auto cannons at my disposal, because right now my army, with the way I want to build it, doesn't have a lot of serious crowd control capability, except for any units that have flamer weapons, you know, flamethrower type weapons. So those would be like my Seraphim, which are like these units that like fly in on like jetpacks with like little hand flamers, or my Retributors, which are basically like these sisters that carry like these heavy, you know, flamethrower type weapons into battle. Some of which I don't always take either of those units. Sometimes I might not take them at all. And if I do, I'll probably take like the Seraphim over like the Flamer Retributors, but that's kind of like the one real source of it, other than like, you know, key characters that might have like really good melee, but then, you know, other armies tend to have stronger melee than sisters in general, right? So that's a problem. So basically, what am I saying here? I'm saying that I need a unit to help me out with crowd control personally. So that means I'm drawn toward the auto cannons here. But in reading the stats, I was going back and looking at my codex, which I'll just show you real quick. And going back and looking at my codex as I was making this decision, just to check the stat sheet of the Castigator. So do I have it bookmarked? I don't think I have it bookmarked, but let's flip through here and find that real quick. Find the Castigator. It should be in the heavy support section here. The Castigator should be in the heavy support section. Here it is right here. So, in looking at the sorry about that. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, Godzilla Note, I was just about to mention that. Yeah, it's like the battle cannon has a mode for crowd control and single model shooting. That's true. I was looking kind of like at the stat line right here, and I was like, oh, but like I kind of really like the battle cannon because it has the option for both. But I also like the volume of fire that the auto cannons put down. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Why make myself choose? Why make myself choose when I don't have to? Which brings me to the reason why these are on the hobby mat tonight. So we're actually going to attempt to magnetize this model. What do I mean by magnetize? I mean, we're going to make a little modification to this model as we're building it. And we're going to add magnets to the sides of these turrets. That way we'll be able to swap them out really easily, and therefore not have to make a permanent choice as to which one we actually want to use for our games. Because sometimes the battle cannon might be better, other times the auto cannon might be better. I also like the look of the auto cannon more. I like the look of the single barrel more, but I see myself using the auto cannon more frequently, right? So because I can't choose, we're going to be magnetizing this model, but that's going to be probably a future step. We might not get to that point in this stream tonight, but yeah, that's kind of like our general trajectory, so y'all get to see a little bit of how model magnetization works. I do have my hand drill ready to go for that, so you get to see a little bit more of the MacGyvering, the sort of tinkering side of model building here. So yeah, I'm excited about that though. Should be fun time. But for now, we're just gonna go, as always, to the very beginning right here and start our building. Here we go. New model time. And while I'm getting started here, as always, I would love to hear about how everyone's day went. So definitely sound off in the comments if you want to tell me how your day went. Tell me something good that happened today. Tell me something you're looking forward to. And go. Let's see. Hey, Nikki G, what's good, fam? Ultralord says, yes, don't let GW stop you from using your tank as either. Yeah, man. You know it. Magnetization for the win. This is actually gonna be my first time magnetizing a model, so, but I'm happy it's like at least a bigger, a larger tank, you know? I feel like that's gonna be a lot easier to handle than like a smaller model that's a bit more fragile. Okay, so we're just gonna, oh, I really like the detail on this part of the model right here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, you're still attached right here. Nikki G, I was just explaining that we are starting to build a Castigator tank now, and also we are aiming to further down the line magnetize this model, because I can't decide between which of the two cannon configurations I really want to use more than the other. So I was like, why choose when I could just use both? So yeah. Other than that, school was pretty easy. And oh my goodness, Godzilla, and it's your birthday tomorrow. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. Well, I really do hope that it is a fun one. Happy early birthday in advance. I'm just going to say that now so I can say it live to you on stream. Yeah, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Do you have any fun plans for your birthday? Gray says, I have the Rona, but I just ate a cosmic brownie, so, that's right. Well, I hope you feel better soon, Gray. I hope you've been recovering, well and rapidly at that, you know. Whew. Yeah, I had the Rona way back in December of like 2021. It was not fun. It was not fun. Watched a lot of good TV while I was bedridden, but yeah, no. Hey, look at everyone sounding off for Godzilla Nid's birthday. Yes, please do, y'all. Sound off for Godzilla Nid. Salute you, fam. Yes, yes, yes. Nice, magnets. I've been tempted to learn how to use them. Tanks seem like the best time to use them. Yeah, I agree, Nikki. I used to tell myself before now that, you know, like, if I was ever going to learn how to magnetize models, it would be on, like, a tank and not, like, on a smaller model. And at least for the Castigator, it's pretty straightforward. Basically, like, what I've devised, or what I've, like, divined, sort of, like, through my internet research, is that different models have, you know, will have different processes. I mean, obviously different models will have different processes, but like, you know, for magnetization. But for this one, I mean that like, the technical difficulty of magnetizing this model largely be pretty low, you know, because the model itself kind of already has a lot of like built-in design that can accommodate magnets, which might not be the case for like every single model, you know. So there's that. Hold on, give me 2 seconds here. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit so I can barely hear myself think. There we go. That's probably a little too low. It's probably a little too low still. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Godzilla. Oh, you're gonna play 40K with your friends? Dope. That's the best way to spend your birthday, fam. I'm excited for you. What are you gonna play? Are you gonna play your tier nids, I'm guessing? Ultralord says, today I tried to test my thesis experiment on myself and it failed miserably, but I found the problem out so much. Wait, no, not the superpowers. Ultralord says, I've magnetized an Imperial Knight so it can be any of the options, and that was definitely a process. Yeah, I bet. Knights intimidate me. I don't know if I'll ever build. I don't know if I'll ever build an Imperial Knight. Those things are low-key look intimidating to build. What was I gonna say? Just involves staring at some flashing lights. Oh my. What was the purpose of the flashing lights exactly, Ultralord? What else do we need? We need part. Okay, first of all, let me attach this. And of course, as always, just as a quick safety note, I do have a window cracked open nearby me while I'm using this plastic cement because the fumes are pretty nauseous and you don't want to really be inhaling these fumes while you are working. Not unless you want to smell like a nail salon on a Saturday afternoon. Okay, and that should be all that we need there. And this is just gonna go triangle to triangle, like so. And that's one down. We just set that to the side for the time being. And now we are going to pop out part 18 and part 19. Pretty straightforward. Let's see here. Just involves staring at some flashing lights. Ultra Lord said. Janine, meanwhile, is disappointed that Ultra Lord didn't get superpowers. Or maybe Ultra Lord did get superpowers and he's just trying to preserve his secret identity. I don't know. You look at the lights and your brain flashes at the same rate. We measure the rate and boom, we can read your mind. Not really. Whoa. Hold on, Connor. Yeah, I don't know if you should be telling us this sort of thing, man. This sounds like this is kind of the stuff that gets you in trouble with the government, man. Hey, man, look. If the men in black come knocking on your door, I'm not responsible for what happens next. You're the one disclosing government secrets on my stream. Not me. No, I'm kidding. Let's see, Godzilla Nid says he's going to be playing Kraken Nids, Flyrant with a Reaper of Obliterax, a squad of warriors, Neurothroat, Maliceptor, and a Barbed Hierodril, all for 1,000 points. Very nice, very nice. Are you going to be playing just like one-on-one with a bunch of different people, or are you going to be just like doing like a, you're going to be doing like a battle royale, or like just a straightforward, like, you know, typical game of 40k? Also, that sounds like a scary list. I don't know if I'd ever want to send my sisters up against that list. Lots of big things in that list that my sisters probably would struggle, and dare I say, be unable to kill effectively. Also, I forget what's the fleet trait for Kraken. I forget what Kraken's special like trait is. Kraken is the name of one of the high fleets for the Tyranids, for those of you who don't know. Just like my sisters have like 6 different sub-factions or orders that they can choose from, there are different sub-factions for the Tyranids called hive fleets that you can choose from. Kraken being one of them. Other ones being known as other ones are an option too, such as like Hive Fleet Leviathan. What are some other ones? I'm trying to think. There's Leviathan. There's, oh god, why am I Kronos, right? Isn't there like a Kronos Hive Fleet too? Or am I thinking of something else? I don't remember. I have to go back and look at the list. Yeah, so yeah, a whole 7 models for 1,000 points. Like, I don't think I've ever been up against such an elite Tyranid list before in my experience, in my very limited experience so far of playing the game. I think, therefore, if I were to like see I was going up against such an elite list with only 7 models at 1,000 points, I'd be terrified. I'd be like, okay, so what are these dudes back in? Kraken is D3 plus 3 on advance. Oh. Kraken is D3 plus 3 advance on and an additional armor penetration on the charge. My goodness. That's wild. So like with your advance rolls, you're at minimum going like an additional... You're going a minimum of additional 4 inches on your advances. So that means like... What? That means you're going like a minimum of 5 extra inches on your advances then? On top of the movement, which I think is already for the units you described, if I remember, they're like kind of like what, 6 inches, 8 inches? Kind of like a mix between 6 and 8 inches, right? So that's like, that's huge. Is Kraken considered to be like, by like Tyranid players, to be like one of the more competitive high fleets to choose from? I always hear so much hype about Leviathan, but really not other ones. Behemoth, Hydra, Kronos, and Jormungandr. Those are the other ones. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Thank you, Godzilla Nid, for providing that information. Plus Ouroboros and then Tiamat, but you can't play them. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, so each of the Tyranid high fleets are named after different like mythical beasts, like Behemoth, Leviathan, stuff like that, which I think is I've always thought that was a pretty cool thing about the Nids. Let's see. Had to dip for a second. What did I miss? You did not miss much, E. Let's see. What was the last chat you put? Let me see if I can divine sort of what you've missed here. No, you haven't missed very much. Just starting to build this. Godzilla was just telling me about their list they want to bring to battle when they go to play Warhammer for their birthday. They play Tyranids, so the giant space buggy boys. And I was just marveling at how, even though he's playing in a 1,000-point list, which typically implies like a small to mid-sized force, his is like very small. It's literally 7 models, which means each of those 7 models must be pretty powerful by themselves for only the 7 of them to constitute 1,000 points. Other than that, yeah, I've not missed much, very much at all, really. Yep, just still getting underway here with our building. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about how I was excited for the new Zelda game because a new trailer for that dropped today. But I also mentioned that a little earlier, too. And, yeah. Just nerding out, just geeking out, you know. That reminds me, speaking of, was that, there was like an event or something coming up for Genshin, right? Did that happen already? Wasn't there like an event or something that y'all, like, or like an update that was supposed to go live soon that y'all were excited about, out of curiosity? Or has that not happened yet? Ugh. These little excess bits are a little stiffer than they usually are. Can't wait to discover how I've accidentally nicked myself in several places with my X-Acto knife in the morning. That always seems to be when it happens, is in the morning. Okay, what else do we need? We need parts 22 and 47, so the mirrors to the other parts we've already used. 22 and 47, 22 and 47, and those are right here. He says, oh yeah, 3.6 update launched 2 days ago, but my favorite character still isn't playable yet, sadly. Which character is that? Is that Kava? I thought Kava was playable. Or is that, has he not gone live yet? Or is this a different character? Kava, yeah, he will be playable in phase 2 of this patch. I'm in pain. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that like Genshin patches happen in phases. What does that mean for them to be in like phases? Pop that in there so it falls somewhere we can keep track of it. Okay. Ow. Ouchie, ouch. Okay. I'm gonna have to sort of saw this one. Just chop that Gordon Ramsay style. I'm gonna chop that Gordon Ramsay style like that. There we go. Perfect. Ooh. Okay. Also, you know what's so funny now that I'm like doing this? I realized the other day I was like looking for some food to eat, and so I like grabbed an apple from the kitchen, and I decided I wanted to like peel the apple. So I just grab our paring knife from the drawer, and I just start peeling the apple with my paring knife. And I realized like, wait a second, where the heck did I learn how to do this? Because I've literally never really done that before with my apples, and I realized like, oh, I learned to do this because I learned how to like shave off my excess clippings from my models. So I'm realizing I'm kind of using like the same technique more or less. I'm like, aha. So I kind of Tetris affected myself into learning how to pair apples, which I thought was interesting. Okay, let's see. He says, like in phase 1, which lasts like 18 days-ish, you can gamble for 2 specific 5 stars, and in the second patch, there will be 2 other. I see. So it has to do with like the characters that you can roll for in the game. Okay, that's fun. Well, I wish you the best of luck when the second phase goes live. That way you can get your hands on your boy Kava. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if it's like Cave or if it's Kava, like the fast Mediterranean food brand, the diet Chipotle, as it were. Let's see. And to do this part, we just got to do the same thing. Okay, cool. So let me. See, that's a little bumpy, so I'm just going to pare that down a little bit. So now we're going to start joining some pieces together here, these larger pieces together. Kava gave me my former roommate hepatitis one. What? Oh my god. From what? What did your roommate order? And it's pronounced Ka-ve. But I'm sure it's raw. Oh. Interesting. Okay. He says, "Oh shit, ultra real." Oh, I think. Were you trying to say really? I don't know. I kind of like ultra real though. Like ultra. Are you being ultra real right now? Be ultra real right now. Be fucking ultra real right now. He says, "Still gonna join a, or it's not join. Still gonna destroy a Kava bowl. Respect. I respect the loyalty to the cause. I respect that you're down for the cause." Okay, how do we glue this now? Okay. So this needs to go... So these go on the insides. Oh, I see. It joins together like that. Always a good thing to dry fit your pieces together like this, just to make sure they are all, they all fit properly before you start gluing things together. That way you can detect if there's like any excess material in the gaps where there shouldn't be. Yes, I'm being ultra real. I don't know what specifically, since that was a couple of years ago. Oh, I see. I see. So this is ancient history at this point. Still though, yikes, you know. Also, this bottle of plastic cement is running very low. This was my very first ever bottle of plastic cement. It has lasted me for like over a year and a half at this point. Or like a year and a third at this point, more like. So it makes sense that it's running low now at this point. I'll be sad to see it go. It has served us very well here at Chimera Games, very faithfully. I've been to Kava afterwards and it's been fine too. His suffering hasn't stopped me. Another loyal soldier for the cause. Yeah, I had a friend in like my freshman year of college that got E. coli from one of the Chipotles around here. If there's one thing I've learned about living in the city, it's that fast food, like the fast food brands that we are all used to, are kind of generally worse here in the city than they are in like suburban areas. I don't know why it is, but like, I don't know, in my personal observations, that seems to be the case by and large. I could be wrong though. Hold on. I need to apply some plastic cement back here too. But yeah, it took me like took me a solid 6 months to come up to, or come back around to Chipotle after that, because I was like, yikes. E. coli is not fun. Fun fact, did you know? Janine says, quote, Adam Smith. Oh my god. Not Adam Smith. Okay, econ major. I see you. Wait, is Adam Smith the economics guy? Ah, shoot. I probably just exposed my own ignorance there for a second. My own lack of education. Alright, real quick though. So then what comes next? Now we just glue the two halves of this doodad together. Okay, cool. So let's just make sure again with the dry fit that all this is going to fit properly where it should. Ultra says it's because of college workers, in my opinion. They don't care about cooking or standards the same way. As a college worker who used to work at a movie theater, honestly, as a former college worker who used to work in a movie theater, I should say, yeah, fair. That is fair. Don't worry, I didn't poison anyone. I don't think. Zeal says, hey, Zeal, welcome in, y'all. Can we get some dubs in the chat for Zeal? For she is once again an, I was gonna say unemployed. She is once again an employed girly, because Homegirl got one of the 2 jobs she applied for, that she told us about a couple of times ago. So, big dubs in the chat for Zeal. Happy for you, sis. Yeah, ye old invisible hand guy, invisible hand of the market. Okay, yeah, that is the same dude. Gotcha. Yes, big congrats to you, Zeal. We are all super happy for you, I'm sure. We love staying employed up in this house. Absolutely. Absolutely. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, do I have any like iffy food safety stories? I think. Oh yeah. So you know, when I was younger, I used to like love McDonald's, and to this day I still do. After all, it's like one of the things that like always comes in clutch for me nowadays whenever I'm like on my lunch break at work, right? And the but the thing about McDonald's is that there was a really long period of time between when I was like 9 years old and like 19 years old where I just straight up couldn't eat it. Should also, I guess, give like a quick content warning for gross food safety stuff. I'll never forget the day that I went to McDonald's when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I bit into a chicken nugget, and I like there was something like really crunchy on the inside. I was like, oh, that's a bone. I was so grossed out by that experience that I refused to eat McDonald's for like 10 straight years. And only like when I was like 19 did I come back around to it. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, thankfully that was like the worst I got. I never got like E. coli or anything like that, or hepatitis in the case, as was the case for Connor's roommate, or former roommate, I should say. Yeah, bone. Yeah, no, that's what I saw. I was like, look, that was the first thought that went through my head too. I was like, bone? Yeah, no, yeah, it was not a fun time. Not a fun time to be me. That's for sure. Which is such a shame, because it's usually a pretty fun time being me, I must say. I need to put a bit more plastic cement on here. I need to lube up these a little bit more. Maybe drop some more. Maybe I should also swap to my new bottle too. What made you cave and get McDonald's again? I was at a rehearsal while I was at school. I was at like a rehearsal for a show. Oh yeah, no, it was a tech rehearsal I was at, because I was on a lighting crew for a show at school in my freshman year, and they were ordering dinner for all of us, because at that point we were like, it was like 10:30 at night, and we were still in like the arts building, and everyone was like really hungry, and the only thing that was open was the McDonald's that was located nearby. So we the director like got everybody McDonald's, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm really hungry, but like it's the only thing, so I was like, okay, fuck it. And it was like fine, and I like, I tasted that it was fine. I was like, okay, all right, cool, I'm not gonna die tonight. That's kind of really all it took. And then the rest of college happened, and the pandemic happened, and especially like during those late night study sessions, again, McDonald's, only thing that was open. So yeah, shout outs to McDonald's for basically sponsoring my entire college experience. That and cup noodles. not saying I only lived off of those two things, but like, boy were they my heroes. Boy were they my heroes at certain points of my college career. Okay, just gonna make sure these pieces are held together very nicely. I'm really excited to eventually paint this this tank, because you might notice like some of the more ornate details on this side, like these statuettes right here, and like right here, and right here. I'm very excited to paint those and make them look really nice. I think this is going to be a really cool painting project, y'all. Okay. That should be fine. We'll let that set while we move on to the next part. What is next? What is next for us? We're gonna do the rest of the treads now. Okay. So now we're moving on to this right here. Let's see. So we need parts 41, 42, and 43. Very sensible. 41, 42, and 43. Here we go. How do you paint your sisters? So I really like doing blue and like copper. Blue, copper, and white is my color scheme. And by blue I mean like a dark blue, kind of almost indigo-ish blue. I'll show you one of them actually here in a second. I do that, and the way I mainly paint them is I'll use anytime I'm painting like an army project, I'll use my airbrush for most of like the base coating work and stuff. With some exceptions, on smaller models, I'll use my paintbrush because I mainly use contrast paints for my base coating, just to sort of expedite the painting process for myself a little bit. But yeah, let me clean up this one part. So let me see. So yeah, let's pull out a sister right here. I have them on my shelf right here. So yeah. Here's a sister. Y'all know her. You've seen her before. We just recently finished these last week, right? So yeah, basically when I paint my sisters, I always start off with a base coat of a dark blue, usually a transparent dark blue nowadays, because I've fallen in love with like contrast / speed painting techniques. And then I will move to base coat the outside of their cloth vestments in a copper color like so, just to give it some nice contrast against the dark blue, and I paint the insides white. Just to balance everything out. And so these three colors are like my primary colors for my paint scheme. So whenever I want to like do slight variations on my color scheme, they're based on those three colors. Yeah, just to spice things up a little bit. As a matter of fact, there's one thing I wanted to ask y'all about. Let me finish popping out these parts we need, and then I will get to asking in a little bit. Does that answer your question, Godzilla Ned? I hope it did. I hope it did. Oh, and I always go a box at a time too. It's like I usually won't move on to another like unit until I finish the unit that I'm on, just for my own sanity, just for my own sake of project management and stuff. Okay, there we go. There's 41, 42. Now we need part 43, which is right. Yeah, part 43. Part 43. Part 43. There we go. Yeah, for this Castigator tank though, this is largely going to be an airbrushing project in the beginning at the very least, just because like for larger models like this, I usually use like an airbrush for for my vehicles and stuff, just because like I don't want to leave like brushstroke marks in the paint job. Very nice. I like schemes that are differ from GW ones. Oh, thank you very much, Godzilla, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I call my order the Order of the Sapphire Star. That's my custom name for them, at least. Although I always play them as either Argent Shroud Sisters or as Ebon Chalice Sisters, because those are my two favorite sub factions. I'm not a Bloody Rose guy, so don't worry. If you ever play against me in a game of 40k, you don't have to worry about me spamming you with Zephyrim and Repentia and a bunch of, like, you know, melee units and just abusing the +1 attacks on charge and the +1 strength on charge to get, like, you know, 1,000,001 hits and wipe out your units. That's like the only competitive, like, strategy for Sisters. I don't like that the Bloody Rose is the only viable sub-faction for Sisters, and so that's one thing I'm really hoping that they change in not 9th edition, in 10th edition Warhammer. And that is that, you know, I know like sub-factions are kind of not going to be a thing anymore. I just hope that like all offensive options are viable, because they're really cool units in the Sisters Codex that aren't melee units that like I would love to use more if I could simply justify using them for their points cost. Some of them just lack the combat effectiveness, though, just because the Sisters Codex is an earlier 9th edition codex. It came out like 2021, so like a year into 9th edition, as opposed to codexes that have come out more recently, which, you know, at this point we're 3 years into 9th edition, and we now know that 9th edition's ending this summer, so, you know, codex creep. It's a bitch. What can I say? What can I say? Speaking of end of 9th edition, for those who play 40k in the chat, did y'all see that the new balanced data slate dropped today? Y'all got any thoughts, feelings, etc.? Personally, I don't really have any thoughts or feelings on this balanced data slate because, you know, Sisters, they didn't really get anything. They didn't get anything taken away from them either. Nothing happened to Sisters in this balanced data slate, so I'm just kind of like, alright, cool, thanks. Thank you, next. Kind of where I'm at with the balanced data slate. Okay. Alright, so we need to use this part first. Oh, let me take that off too. Yep, Codex creep sucks, and I did. I like the Dark Angel. Yeah, Dark Angels took a big fat L today by getting that that nerf to the, what was the ability called? That was like, hold on, what was that called? Oh yeah, what is your high fleet called, Godzilla Nid? Out of curiosity, what's the name of your own custom high fleet? Let me find this real quick. Warhammer community. Let's see. Yeah, from the Inner Circle ability. Yeah, that was a necessary nerf. They needed that gone. They needed that 4th bullet point gone, for sure. Let's see. So where does this attach onto? I see. So like so. So I gotta go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Also, what are the colors for your custom high fleet, Godzilla Nid? Your colors and the name for it. I would love to know. Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh. Don't slide on me. Don't slide on me now. Treads here. Let's see. Yeah, Ultralord, I agree with you though. The Dark Angels really did need to take. Oh. Yeah, the Dark Angels really did need to take that big fat L that they did today, because like their win rate was so obscenely high. So obscenely high. I mean, I hear that like Dark Angels players are basically just gonna shift from using like it's either from, I forget which one it like really hit the hardest, but they're either gonna shift from using Deathwing Terminators to just using like Ravenwing, or the other way around. Yeah, no, yeah, I remember they're just gonna use Ravenwing instead to kick everyone's butts. But you know, at the end of the day, a nerf's a nerf, and yeah, I'm glad they at least attempted to take the hammer to them for a little bit. And it'll be interesting to see if it does much. Ooh, Godzilla says High Fleet Chalkdray, green exoskeleton, purple carapace with red spots, and bone-colored weapons. Ooh, I really like the sound of that. I especially like the blending of, or the use of purple and green together. That's dope. That reminds me of what does that remind me of a little bit? Reminds me of, it's some old Nickelodeon cartoon. Not Fanboy and Chum Chum. I do not have fond memories of Fanboy and Chum Chum. Kind of puts me in mind of like Danny Phantom, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, that's a dope color scheme. By the way, Godzilla, I don't know if you saw, cause I think you saw that I followed you on Instagram, but I was checking out some of your artwork the other day. Very nice, I must say. I love your artwork. Hope you keep it up, man, because you're onto something there for sure. Not just onto something, you're making some great work. Okay, I gotta straighten out these treads though real quick. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Where does the name Chalkdray come from, Godzilla? Out of curiosity, that's a name I've not heard before ever. Is that also some sort of mythical beast like the other High Fleet names, or what's up with that? Let's see. You know what I need? I need to apply some plastic cement to the docking points right here too. Dark Angels will probably be fine, like you said. The fact that their army is grouped into Deathwing, Ravenwing, and Standard means the one is usually very strong. Right. And up until, I guess, today, that was the Deathwing Terminators that were really... Chalkdray is a rainbow-colored serpent with crocodile heads, the legs and tail of a lion, and 12 wings. Oh, dang. That's dope. I see where your, the inspiration for the... Did the color scheme inspire the name, or the other way around, out of curiosity? How'd you, like, find the inspiration for that? And yeah, of course, no problem. Gotta give props where props are due. And they are certainly due for you. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Things are getting technical here. It was originally called Onryo Vengeful Spirit, but then I changed it. Ah, word. Yep, I know that feeling. I went through about 5 or 6 iterations of my army name before I finally settled on one myself. Coming up with my first color scheme was so hard. I stared at a color wheel for like 2 hours trying to decide what my color scheme was going to be. Way back when I first started painting my sisters. And then I was also trying to think of like what I would want them to be called too. Eventually I settled on my color scheme first, and then that kind of inspired like the name and the theming and like the sort of backstory of my sisters from there. That's kind of how I found my way eventually to the Order of the Sapphire Star. This left side is being suspiciously uncooperative right now with me. I'm gonna try adding some more plastic cement in this back part right here. Just bolster that support back there a little bit. Maybe that'll do something for us. It's fine that these tracks aren't perfectly aligned because, you know, this tank is going to be in motion. Ooh, your death card are called the Maws of Pestilence. Very nice. I like that name. Very strong. Very intimidating. Do you use a, I'm guessing you must have a custom color scheme then for your death guard too, yeah? Oh. Okay. 35, 36, 37. 35, 36, 37. Alright, 35, 36, and the 37 are being cut next. Oh. Here's part 35. Part 35, and then we need part 36. Part 36. Where are you? Flesh, pastel blue, green armor, and silver accents. Ooh, very nice, very earthy. I dig it. Pastel blue, green armor, and silver accents. Nice. Very nice. My favorite color is blue, so I'm always down for a good old blue army. Love me a blue army. It's a wonder I don't play Thousand Suns. Ah, poor Thousand Suns. Ultralord, speaking of, I'm sorry your Thousand Suns did not get very much in this balanced data slate. I was holding out for you low-key because I was like, dang, I really hope that Thousand Suns become a little bit more competitively viable than they have been. Which is to say, competitively viable at all. I always thought it was so shitty that GW let Thousand Suns suffer just because Tzeentch Flamers were insanely overpowered. That made no sense, bro. That made no sense. The whole Tzeentch units did not deserve to pay for the sins of the Tzeentch Flamers. As much as I disdain to express mercy for some filthy heretics. The only army I've not used a GW lore accurate color scheme for was my Imperial Knights. I got the first one intending to be a free blade and painted it with alternating black and white like a chest. Ooh, that's dope. And then Godzilla says, then you splatter everything with blood for the blood god. Very nice. For those who don't know, blood for the blood god is a Citadel technical paint for adding like blood and gore effects to your models. Say if you want to like splatter some blood on like a sword, for example, make a model look like it's maybe like a little bit wounded or maybe a lot of bit wounded. Blood for the blood god, along with other awesome special effects paints, are the right tool for you. This is not an advertisement, by the way. But this is. So guys, don't forget that we are trying to hit 100 subscribers by next month. As you can see, we are already at 51 according to the little counter right here, so we are already making some pretty decent progress, you know. But don't forget guys to please share this stream, share this channel with your friends, with your subreddits, with your discords. If you like what you see here today, please help spread the word about this channel. And of course, as always, don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and smash the notification bell. That way you know exactly when I go live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Godzilla says you splatter the gore all over the weapons. Nice, nice. Very nice, very classy. Very nice touch. Ultralord says, oh yeah, Thousand Suns are really kind of in a weird spot. They're decently strong in their phase and decent in shooting, but suck in most other aspects. Yep. Yep, that's kind of where Sisters are at right now. It's like Sisters, it's like if you, depending on who you ask, people are either terrified of Sisters or like they think they're nothing at all. And it's often the people who are terrified of Sisters are people who only played against like Bloody Rose melee lists that like just lean heavily into melee and nothing else. And that is something to be afraid of. But in general, the army as a whole is not something to really be intimidated by, because everything is toughness 3, 1 wound apiece, with an average 3-up armor save. Like, I'm sure like Godzilla Net, I'm sure you hear me describe that and you're like, oh yeah, I could tear through like an entire Sisters unit in a single round of shooting. And the answer is yes, you can, because that's what happened to me the first time I ever played against Tyranids. Oh my god, did I ever mention how terrified I am of the Tyran effects because of that game? Because I am. Because I really am. But yeah. How are we doing this? And I would have painted my Thousand Suns in a non-default scheme if it wasn't for the fact that I'd wanted to paint them that way since seeing them as a kid. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, very fair. I don't know if I'll ever use a default color scheme. I think I was thinking about this the other day. There was one army I think that I would use a default color scheme for, other than Space Marines. Because I think with Space Marines it's a bit more obvious that like you use like a default color scheme. So I feel like with Space Marines, like their colors are so much more like so much more bound to like whatever sub-faction you use, because like the Space Marine chapters are generally more iconic, I guess you can say. And the rules are so like diverse with them and whatnot. But yeah, which faction was I thinking about? 16 attacks with the Moloch. My god, yeah, see that's what I'm talking about right there. That is exactly what I am talking about right there. 16 attacks with the Moloch. Exactly. Ah, it happened again. That's okay. We'll fix that here. Toot sweet. Jeez, I don't know why this is not agreeing with me tonight. Maybe it's because it's the side I'm holding it on. I'm probably just applying too much pressure to the model and need to let it sit and dry for a little bit. It's probably gonna be... Godzilla Note says... What's that TikTok meme that goes like, you have to understand, like whenever I say it's not it's or something like that. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. Whew. I'm trying to remember what army I said it was that I would like probably paint in the default color scheme if I were to ever paint it. Oh, the name is evading me right now. Let me think. I think it was a... I think it was Adeptus Mechanicus. I think I think I would like paint them in like the classic Mars Forge World color schemes, like the one you see on all their box art. Just because I don't have like an army that's like based around a red color, and I think it'd just be a nice thing to add to the collection in general. Ultra says, oh, also forgot to, I got some Tzeentch demons this weekend. Flamers, Screamers, Kairos, Fate Weaver. Ooh, dang, you racked up, my boy. God damn. And a Greater Demons of Tzeentch. Very nice. Very nice. That is quite the haul, my good sir. Very excellent. Love to see it. And now you gotta get them all painted up. And you will. Remember, it's not a pile of shame, it's a pile of inspiration, friends. It's never a pile of shame. Always a pile of inspiration. Let's see, this is the piece that probably fell off. Yeah, because it looks like it's got some, whatchamacallit residue, some plastic cement residue. I love building tank treads. When I was building my Sororitas Rhinos, I had to deal with this exact same problem. I also found a soul grinder I'm gonna use as a defiler. Ooh, very nice. Where'd you go? You went to like a local hobby store or something for all this? I'm guessing. Are there any game stores near you? Like, do you have like a decent place to go for like buying models or like playing with people if you wanna? My pile of shame is my whole room in my parents' house. I'm dead. Call that the room of inspiration, you know? Not a pile of shame, it's a room of inspiration. Yes, a world of inspiration. Come with me and you'll see a world full of pure imagination. Anything will defy explanation. That's one of my favorite songs, by the way. And also one of my favorite movies, period. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I love that movie. Love Gene Wilder. Rip Gene Wilder. Keep ripping in heaven, my guy. My G. You are a freaking legend. Also, I really hope YouTube does not demonetize or attempt to copyright claim this stream just because I sang a little bit of pure imagination. I swear to God, if I go back later and I see that I have a copyright claim on this stream VOD because of that, I'm going to flip a shit. One of my father's friends was giving them away, and then there are a couple of hobby shops around me. Oh, dope. Yeah. That's so cool. Let's see. Okay. Nope, we gotta flip that around. Okay. Issue is one doesn't do 40k games, just sell it, and the other is kind of annoying to get to on work days because it's not too close. Ah, I see. Yeah, I kind of have the same issue here in the city because, like, in terms of buying Warhammer models, there are basically two options across all 5 boroughs in New York City. There's the Complete Strategist, and then there's the Warhammer store itself. And usually, like, I like to try and shop at the Complete Strategist first. And if they don't have anything that if they don't have what I'm looking for, then I go to the Games Workshop store. Then I go to the Warhammer store. Otherwise, there are only 2 places to really play. There's the Warhammer store itself, and then there's this great game cafe called Hex and Company in the city. They have 2 locations, one on the Upper West Side and one on the Upper East Side. You can rent a table there for about $15. You pay their table fee, and then you have the whole table to yourself. So like that's like another way to get your games played too. But then of course that means you have to bring your own terrain, which I think either the West Side or the East Side location, or maybe both. One of them's got like a store of terrain for people who want to play miniature war games, which is like really, really cool. So yeah, and then there's the Brooklyn Strategists too that hold round robin style, like yeah, like RTTs. They hold like RTT tournaments every like month or so. They're pretty cool. Love the Brooklyn Strategist. Planning on going down there soon again to watch one of the Warhammer tournaments. I think they have a Kill Team tournament coming up soon, so I want to go watch that for sure. Also, I'm just letting this sit and dry for a little bit here, folks, so that way we can work safely on our tank here without things falling apart. But while we have a second here, Jay says you should cosplay Bob Ross. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if we could like reach a certain subscriber goal one day? I will dead ass come on this stream, not just dressed as Bob Ross, but dressed as Bob Ross. Which subscriber goal that will be, I don't know. I have to decide. I want it to be a rather momentous one, you know. So stay tuned for more details on that. And I will be doing it, and I will also you can put me on record saying this. You can quote me on this. I will not only fully dress up as Bob Ross, which means Afro included, but I will also do my utmost best Bob Ross impersonation throughout the duration of the stream. That is a solid Chimera Games TM promise to all of you here in the stream who are watching this night, or those of you at home watching this VOD post-stream. I will do that. Stay tuned for which subscriber goal I choose to do that for, though. What was I going to say, though? Oh, yes. There is one thing I want to do right now with you all, and that is I have a sub goal 53 for oh my god, Nikki, no. It's not gonna be 53. It's not gonna be 53. It's gotta be something more momentous than that. It's also I want it to be worthwhile too, you know. But in the meantime, I do have a question for y'all. What color should the tank be? I'm gonna make a poll real quick and I'm gonna send this out to y'all. I either want to make this blue or I want to make it white. And go. And let's see. So yes, cast your votes down for what color the tank is going to be when we eventually move to paint it. 54. 54, Janine, oh my god. Y'all are coming for me. You know what we'll do? We'll say 1,000. We'll say 1,000 for it, I think. I think if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. Okay, so here's the official, okay, ready guys? Here's the official declaration while y'all are filling out the poll. I, Christian, of Chimera Games at youtube.com/@ChimeraGames, do solemnly swear that if this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, meaning December 31st, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. and 59 seconds, I'm gonna get to your channel a little bit, Janine, because you're wrong for that. I will not only dress as Bob Ross on stream, and I mean dress as Bob Ross on stream, but I will also do a full Bob Ross impersonation throughout the entire duration of the stream. This is my solemn promise to you all. I will put myself on record, and just to show how serious I am about this, I will be putting the clip from the stream tonight up on TikTok, up on the Instagram. That way everyone can see that I am serious about this. Okay, with that being said, let's see how the poll's doing. Let's see, it looks like white is in the lead with 2/3 of the vote. I fucks with it. Yeah, okay. Let's see, how many people are here right now? Because that might be it for all the votes, I think. Yeah, that's just about everybody, I think. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so yeah, if there are no objections, then I think the color is going to be white, which I'm totally down for, because I don't have any vehicles. I don't have any white vehicles in my army. I have 2 rhinos and both of them are blue. So I think painting it white will be not only a nice challenge, you know, trying to make that look interesting, a white vehicle, but also I think it'll just also be a nice like accent piece for the army too. Okay, so the castigator will be white then. Thank you guys for your input. Let's get back to the building. I think we should be good now. It's been a couple minutes. I think this will be... Uh-oh. Knocked over my light. Whoopsie daisy. Alright. Also, I'm gonna take a, let's see. Gonna take a quick hydration break too. Oh, and I just realized I turned the gain on my microphone way up. Did not mean to do that. I hope that wasn't up when I was like talking before. Uh-oh. Because sometimes when I go to edit like my clips from this, into like TikToks and stuff, sometimes I'm like, ugh, that audio, it sounds crunchy. And I realize it's because I accidentally turned up the gain, because this gain knob on my microphone's pretty sensitive. Sometimes when I'm like moving the microphone, I sometimes turn the knob too. Does the Castigator have a base? No, the Castigator does not have a base. So I will not have to worry about basing it. It's one of those units where you just measure from the edge of the, you just measure the distances from like the edge of the hole, you know. We need pieces 38 through 40. Okay, pieces 38 through 40. More tank treads. Oh joy. $38, $39, and $40. $38, $39, and $40, and there they all are. I'm gonna turn the Castigator now to its backside facing us. And then we need to take piece number 40. Stick that on there first. Before I forget, let me clean that up. Boy faction. I'm like getting like nothing out of this bottle right now. Hold on. There we go. Much better. There we go. Okay. And this is gonna just stick on right about there. There we go. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, careful. Okay. Y'all, it has been a week over here. I worked a 10-hour day yesterday and a 13-hour day before that. So it has been a very exhausting week over here for ya boy. And unfortunately, due to this work event coming up, the one I told y'all I got my hair cut for, I'm going to be working 10-hour days, both days this weekend, and then we do not have the day off on Monday, unfortunately, so my next day off will not be literally until a week from tomorrow. So be on the lookout for your boy, you know, over the next few days. It is going to be a marathon of a week for me. Uh-oh. Oh, a little sticky finger moment right there. Whoopsies. Visiting day season. Yep, exactly. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. It is visiting season. It is Visiting season up the wazoo. Yep. Yep. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm also going to be moving soon, too. Probably not till, like, later, like, toward the end of this month. But yeah, we'll be moving in the nearish future, methinks, as well, too. Hopefully, if I get approved for a new apartment. Let's see. Would the Castigator make good basing material for a Hierophant Biotitan? Ooh, I like that. I think it definitely would, because you know you got lots of great bits here for that. You got like these like flame. They got like these torches that go on the side. These braziers. These engine exhaust braziers. You got the hunter-killer missile cannon. You got like the battle cannons themselves. I think it definitely would, because despite what the box art might make you believe, the Castigator, like holding it in my hand right now, like the Castigator is like pretty much palm-sized, you know. So I think like different Castigator bits would definitely fit on the base of the Hierophant Biotitan. Because that thing is freaking huge. That thing is massive. I think it definitely could fit on there if you wanted to like maybe use like the cannons as like a little bit of basing material. Absolutely. You know, I've been thinking about going into my box of bits, and for like one of my maybe for like even for Celestine when we work on her eventually, maybe I'll use some like Necron bits I've got lying in my bits box and use those to gussy up the base a little bit. Make it look like she's like marching atop a field of defeated Necron warriors or something like that. Or maybe I'll use some spare Space Marine bits from my also from the same like starter set that I got a while back. Maybe I'll use them to like make it look like maybe she's like, I don't know, like marching over like a field of dead Space Marines, and maybe she's like reviving them as she goes. Oh, putting the actual tank on the base. I see. Oh, that is very interesting. In that case, I don't know. Oh, I see, like putting the whole thing on it but destroyed. I see. Yeah, I mean, if you think it can fit, as long as it can fit, I think that would be an excellent idea. Oh my god. Oh, that is terrible. Okay, we'll fix that a little bit. Yeah, I think that would be like a great idea if you can make it fit. Like I said, the Castigator itself is pretty much, you know, like the size of my palm. My hand from like the tip of my middle finger down to my wrist, it's like about 8 inches. So I imagine then like this must be like what, 6-ish inches or so in length. And that's without the battle cannon, obviously. The battle cannon's probably gonna add like an extra, maybe half an inch, maybe almost an inch. So I guess keep that in mind, but yeah. Just like that. You're funny. Yeah, there you go. There's a nice little visualization for you there of what that could look like. But yeah, no, I think you could definitely make that work. I think you could definitely fit it on there, and if you can, then it would look really, really cool. Jeez, I'm so annoyed that happened, but you know what? That's okay. These things, they happen. So it goes. Yeah, I can see I did not let that dry quite nearly enough, because I can see it's still wet. If it's shiny, that means it was still wet. I moved on from that way, moved on to this, or from this way too quickly. Maybe I'm not, or maybe there's a part of it that I'm missing a connection at. Maybe, let me try doing that part right there. Look back at the instruction manual. It doesn't say to put anything right there necessarily, but I'm gonna put something right there anyway, just in case. It's 10 inches tall, so it'll, oh yeah, if it's 10 inches tall, it'll definitely fit. Jeez, I knew it was big. I didn't realize it was 10 inches tall. Dang, but it makes sense. It is labeled as a Titan, so I guess that just makes sense for it to be that tall. You do, 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 do. Are there, speaking of, are there any, models for your birthday, Godzilla, that you're maybe looking to get, or anything else, like, wargaming related? Anything else wargaming / Warhammer related you'd be interested in getting for your birthday? It's $620. Yep. That's them Forge World prices for you. Oh my gosh. Dang, $620, but I bet you a model 10 inches tall. That thing will definitely keep you busy painting for a while, I imagine. Maybe I'll try putting a little bit of plastic cement in the tread here too. A scythe hero duel would be nice. Ooh. Yes, it would be indeed. Well, whatever ends up happening, I sure do hope that it is a very successful, very fun, very fruitful, very fulfilling birthday for you, my G. Okay. This should better stay on this time. Or else. Or was I back here anyway? Okay, I was doing the other side now. Maybe a Lord of Virulence too. Ooh, nice. Yeah, for the Death Guard. That'd be pretty sick too. Ugh. What am I looking for in my water bottle? Where did I put that? Right here. Oh, perfect. We only have one more set of treads left to pop out anyway, so it has to be the last one. So I don't even have to look in the manual to see what I need. I just grab them real quick. Did you see the reveal for Von Ryan's? Like, yeah, dude, those leapers look so cool. I also want to know who Von Ryan is. But yeah, I really like the way those leapers look. I remember like a while back when I saw they like took the old leaper models like offline. I knew that meant that like new models had to be coming, and then when they revealed them finally the other day, I was like, ooh, those look very sick. I really like how like the I really like the emphasis on like texture and like all the, like the little like fleshy, muscly, tendony bits. I really like the emphasis on all that they're putting on all these new Tyranid model designs. I think it's just absolutely perfect for them, and the leapers are no exception to that. Absolutely. Von Ryan's Express is a World War II adventure film. Oh, I see. So that's where the name origin comes from. Let's see. I don't know what that has to do with the Tyranids. Yeah, I don't either. I was thinking about that myself too. I was like, huh, what does that have to do with the Tyranids? Maybe we'll find out in a future lore book or something. Great, if you're still there. I was gonna ask you earlier, what have you been up to while you've been, I'm guessing, I'm not guessing, I know you've been isolating and stuff and also like just at home sick. What have you been up to in your spare time? Hopefully relaxing, because I know you'd be hella busy sometimes, but yeah. What you been up to in your newly found spare time, Gray? If you're still there. Okay. Let's hope this goes well. Nothing pops off. Let's hope nothing pops off. Except this stream. Ayo. Anyway. Most Tyranids with names like that are named after some interaction they had with the Imperium or by someone in the Imperium. Interesting. Okay. Maybe the answer as to why they're called Von Ryan's Leapers might have to do with like maybe there's like something like an event that happens in the film that the name is based on that like inspired it. So my guess is they ate some fools on a planet called Von Ryan or something. Dang, yeah, that would make sense. They were in the family tree in the 3rd edition codex and the 40K. There was a 40K card game? That I did not know. I did not know that there was such a thing as a 40K card game. I wonder what armies the cast of the original Yu-Gi-Oh series would play. Yugi would undoubtedly play Ultramarines because he's just that vanilla. He's like the protagonist, so like of course he's got to play the Ultramarines. Trying to think who else. I feel like Yugi's grandpa would play. I feel like Yugi's grandpa would play Custodes. He would probably play Adeptus Custodes. No, I didn't know that there was one until a few days ago. Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing about one too. Nah, Yugi's grandpa wouldn't play Custodes. I feel like no, he would. I think he would. Pegasus would undoubtedly play Harlequin. He would play the Harlequins, or he'd play no, not Drukari. Did I just say Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes, I did just invoke the name of Yu-Gi-Oh. You are correct, sir. I was like, just because there's like we were talking about the 40K card game, I was like, huh, I wonder what armies the Yu-Gi-Oh cast, the cast of like the original Yu-Gi-Oh series would play. It was released in 2001. That makes a lot of sense that it would be released in 2001. If there ever a time to release a trading card game for a franchise that really has no business having a trading card game, it would be in the year 2001, when like trading card games were really booming. Because that was like what? That's a few years after Pokemon. Or that's like just as like the Pokemon TCG was kicking off, and that's like 2 years after Yu-Gi-Oh. You know? So that makes sense. I find it funny how Games Workshop themselves ended up hopping on that trend too. Because trading cards really were all the rage back in those days. I was in a toy shop located nearby recently. It was like a Japanese toy shop, and I saw in like their glass case up at the front, they had some Yu-Gi-Oh singles on sale, and they were selling the Egyptian god cards from Yu-Gi-Oh, not like the playable version, but like the red, blue, and yellow versions that came in the binder for the second legendary collection Yu-Gi-Oh release, like the unplayable versions, the ones that say like this card cannot be used in a duel. They were selling those for $75 each, and I was like, bro, what? Now I know that like if I were to sell those cards to the shop, I wouldn't get $75 for them, but like the fact that the asking price for those is like $75 right now, I'm like, oh my god, I own those 3 cards. The fact that I could sell them for $75 is crazy. Yeah, I think Yugi's grandpa would play Imp Guard. Yeah, Imp Guard is definitely a better guess. Joey would definitely play Blood Angels, and I feel like Tristan would play. I feel like Tristan would play Votan. And Taya would be the Triumph of St. Catherine's $140. Oh, is that Canadian dollars? I was gonna say, or is that or did you look that up in USD, Godzone? Because I think right now it's like 120 American or maybe like 115 American. It did go up in price. Yeah, you're right. It's not that big. It is not that big at all. Yeah, I don't know. The Triumph of St. Catherine is pretty ridiculously expensive. I mean, all models in GW's line are pretty ridiculously expensive. Let's be real here. Yeah, it's not that big. Although, I guess you could get like more value out of it if you magnetize like the 6 individual sisters that go on like the base of the procession, because like then you could like make each model like, you know, like your own like a unique Canoness model. Or you can use them as like, you know, other sisters HQs too. But even then, it's like, you know, it's kind of stretching it a little bit. You know, you shouldn't have to do that to increase the value of the model. It is something you can do. But yeah, no, 120 American, that's too much. That's a lot. That is a lot. But it also will take you forever to paint too. It will take you forever to paint. That is true. I don't know, I always like to think of like the way I often like, you know, calculate in my head is like I think about how long it would take me to like paint it, and I'm like, well, okay, well, if I'm like paying this much for the model and I get that much like, you know, basically entertainment out of it, I'd be like, okay, I'm fine with that. But also like, you know, GW prices suck, which is why I always shop at the Complete Strategist first if I can, because I usually have better prices. That or like eBay, you know, when I'm willing to take that plunge. But yeah, you're right. The Triumph of St. Catherine is really small compared to like what images online would have you believe, I feel like. We need parts 11, 12, and 13 next. 11, 12, and 13. Here we go. I hate painting faces. Let me tell you something, Godzone. I just recently got over my fear of painting faces. I can paint the faces. I cannot paint the eyes still. The thought of trying to paint the eyes is just like terrifying to me. But I'm slowly learning. I'm starting with the faces, you know. But yeah, faces. I feel like the reason why most people hate painting faces is because the first time you try tends to go very poorly, and then you just like, unlike with like the armor and stuff, you're just like when you mess up the face, it's like it just looks like so blatantly like a mistake. You're kind of just like there's kind of no going back from that one, so you kind of shy, or at least that's what happened with me. It's like because I did that with like my first couple of faces, I tended to shy away from them, especially because I couldn't get like my my skin tones right. Yeah, most of my sisters wear their helmets too. My Morven Vol, most people build Morven Vol without the helmet, but I built her with the helmet because I also like, look, this is gonna be like one of the centerpieces of my army. I do not want to mess her up, so I put her with the helmet, which I think also just makes sense too. I feel like Morven Vol, being the smart leader that she is, would wear a helmet into battle instead of not wearing one into battle. You should have a bunch of faces head saved up and use them as practice. Oh yeah, big time. That's a great tip, Nikki. You're so right, because the only way you're gonna get better at it is, you know, to actually do it and to practice it, you know. Which is something that I definitely want to do. Also want to learn more about like getting skin. Well, I don't think there's really such a thing as getting skin tones, right? But like getting the skin tone that I picture in my head, I guess is what I really mean to say. My advice for faces is start with single models. Reaper ones are cheap, and that way you can practice without the stress of messing up a character or something. Word. That makes a lot of sense. Reaper do make some really great cheap models. That is true. That is true. Appreciate the tips, Nikki and Ultralord. Appreciate y'all. We love the exchange of hobby knowledge here at Chimera Games, especially in the Chimera Games chat. We are all here to learn and be entertained simultaneously. Edutainment, as it were. By doing lenses or eyes on monsters, you can practice eyes too. Ooh, okay, good to know, good to know. Gazillion says, I also think helmets look cooler most of the time. Very fair, very fair. Yeah, I know for me personally, it's a goal to like get more comfortable with faces, so that way I can add like a bit more, even like, you know, that way I can add even more variety to like my units as I'm building them, you know. Do I need any parts 11 and 12? No. 11 and 12 are not on this sprue, they're on this sprue. Ah, we're building a storm bolter now. Brilliant. One of the storm bolters. 11 and 12. Wait, what? I'm confused. Why is this labeled as part 12? That's not part 12. Hold up. Hold on. I am confusion. I've always thought not wearing a helmet is dumb, that you can just get headshot and die. True, true. Well, here's part 11, here's part 12, so I just cut out part 13, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so they were on this for the whole time. Okay, I was wrong before. Okay, okay. Whew, okay, we're fine, we're fine. I thought I was missing some parts there for a second. Okay. Oop. Yeah. Boop. Ultor says this right here. That's it. Oh, I thought that was thunder outside. That's just the music. Huh. It would make sense for there to be rain tonight. It's warm enough to kick something up tonight. I will say, as terrible as the heat... Oh, there we go. I will say, as terrible as the heat can be on the East Coast around this time of year, I do really enjoy summer thunderstorm season. As long as I'm not like caught in it, of course. Growing up, watching thunderstorms during storm season was always one of my low-key favorite things to do. Where is part 17? Part 17. Oh, there you are. Perfect. This one's a little tricky to pop out. Hold on here. I'll just snip it right here. Not as clean, but that's okay. Now we'll just clean up all these parts. Oh my god, what just fell? Oh. Yeah. That was my mold line remover. Which, speaking of mold lines, I must say, so far I have not noticed really any mold lines at all on this model, which is nice. I'm quite glad for that. Means I'd have to use extra time to remove them. Also, don't let me forget, y'all. I have another announcement to give toward the end of the stream tonight too. Or actually, I guess I'll tell you guys right now, since I have a decent number of y'all here. So unfortunately next week, I don't think I'll be able to stream next week because I have to go to our new place, because like I mentioned before, I am going to be moving here shortly in the next like month or so. So that means I gotta go take a look at some new places to live. And I was able to get a tour for a place next week on Thursday. It's around 6:30 though, and it's kind of far away. So I don't think I'll be able to stream next week, unfortunately, y'all. And I'll reiterate this over the socials too, just to like put the reminder out there again. But for the first time in like what will be 10 weeks at that point, I unfortunately will not be able to stream for you all. That makes me very sad. I will miss you all very dearly, but that is okay. We will be back the following week with more streaming funsies. Yeah, unless, or I could also push the start time back to potentially, I just don't know how long the tour of the new place would take. Hey Flux, what's good, man? I was just delivering an important announcement. I don't think I'll be able to stream next week, so I have to go tour a new apartment next week around the time, around like 6:30, so like, you know, 30 minutes before I usually go live. And I don't know like how long that's gonna take, so I can't promise that I'm going to be on be able to go live on time, or really at a decent time at all that day, unfortunately. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up. I will put out like a more formal announcement once I like get that all sort of sorted out, figure out like how long that's all gonna take. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I feel bad. I'm gonna miss you guys. Hope to see y'all around for the week after though, because we'll be right back to our normal schedule, our regularly scheduled programming the following week. Yeah, just next week is going to be a little bit busier than usual, so, and the tour like pretty badly conflicts with it, so, with the stream I mean, so yeah, those are the reasons why. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. And I'll reiterate that at the end of the stream tonight too, and put out something on the socials in a little bit here too, or like in the near future too, once I get everything confirmed and stuff. But yay, new place though. That'll be exciting. Oof. Kind of a last minute buzzer beater development in my life recently, having to move. But yeah, you know, life happens. Shit happens, you know. Shit happens. What can I say? Oh, also Flux, since you missed it, I should let you know too that I made a solemn promise to everyone here on stream that if we can reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, then I will do an entire stream dressed as Bob Ross, and I mean dressed as Bob Ross, and I will also do my best Bob Ross impersonation throughout the entire duration of the stream. So there's that. There's a little fun little announcement for you right there. Wait, so this says, oh, this says no glue required. Fascinating. So this goes in like this, and what, we're just supposed to snap it in? So we just sort of, well, we just snap that in like that. Is this just a friction fit? I'm confusion. Oh, no, I see how this is supposed to go. I see. So there's a little cutout for the ammo drum of this storm bolter here. And so this is supposed to go like here, and then this whole thing slides. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. And then this whole thing slides through. Okay. Okay. I might still glue it anyway, just to make it super secure. How do they suggest doing this? Okay. Oh, I see. No, wait, I shouldn't glue it, because then... Okay, so this is how you can, like, swivel... So this was what makes it swiveling the gun and, like, posing the gun possible. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Okay. I don't want to be fuddling around with this forever, so let's get a move on here. Hold on. So that's supposed to sit in there like that. See? That's supposed to sit in there like that so I can swivel the gun. And then this whole assembly here goes in all at once. Okay. 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 So that's how that works. Okay, cool. So let's get some plastic cement on this and seal this up. According to the manual, some goes along this edge right here, but just not on the main gun or on the main body gun part. Right there. All that gets sealed into this little hatchway. Like so. And if we've done this right, I think we've done this right, question mark. If we've done this right, that should hold. Flux, how you doing, my man? How's your day been? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here, fam, as always. Just want to get that down and in there. Let's see. Now we need part 16, which is this part right here. Ugh. Okay. Got that removed. Okay, now what do we do here? Wait, is this sprue? Oh, this is sprue. Oh, interesting. I say they put that there to, like, I guess reinforce this frame so it wouldn't, like, fall apart. That's cool. Yeah, they put a little bit of sprue in the middle right there. Makes sense. Hold on. I think I can just grab that. Or at least use... Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's clean this up real quick. Alright. Try and be a little gentler. I might need to either sharpen this blade or otherwise get a replacement X-Acto blade soon. I think this one's starting to get a little dull on me. It is pretty old. I have had it for a long time. So I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. It would need some little bit of TLC. Let's see. What do we need? We need to move this. Let's see here. Now we slide that in here. Let me just press and hold that. And I got a little bit of my hair almost glued to the tank. That is hilarious. What do we do next? So from there, okay, from there this whole thing just goes on. Perfect. Alright. Okay. Put a little bit of plastic cement right there. Make sure that is nice and covered. I see. So it's supposed to go like this. These little divots here connect to these little parts that are sticking out right there. The ones I just applied the cement to. So this should actually just slide on nice and easily, just like that. Yep, there it is. Couple of gaps here and there. Let me even that out real quick, and then whatever I can't close whatever I can't close by sort of just evening it out, I can close with green stuff, aka modeling putty. Later on. Yeah, I definitely created these gaps right here on like the front bumper with the way I was like trimming off the excess. I probably took off too much material. That's definitely my bad there. That's okay. Again, another one of those things that's easily solvable later on. Don't have to worry about that right now, not right this second. I do have some green stuff ready to go for such eventualities as this. So I am not too concerned about this right now. That is a problem for a future moment in time. For now, we're not looking too shabby so far. Got just about half the tank itself all well built. Let's move on to the next portion here. Okay, so the next part we're just attaching the top. So what do we need? So we need right now part B1. B1. Is this sprue B? I guess this is sprue B right here, so that means then I would need... Where's part number 1? I'm gonna guess, this is the only part that looks like it, so yeah. Yeah, that explains why they didn't number it. It's not like there are any other identical parts to confuse this one with anyway. There can only be one top of the tank after all. Or one top section of the tank, I guess. Let's see here. Should cut it off here so it doesn't bend weirdly. Bend things out of shape. Okay. Instead of trying to tear it off. Okay. Jesus, how is it already 9 o'clock? Here we go. Okay. And this is just going to go all over the top, so let's find the front part. That would be... Which way is the front facing? Oh, no. This part right here, this is the front, so then that would just all together like that. Okay. I definitely need to apply some pressure to that so that it all goes on there evenly. But yeah. That's that. Okay, cool. So let's do that then. So according to the instruction manual, plastic cement should be applied all over the inside edge of the two sides of the hole right here. Hopefully we don't pop anything out by mistake as we're doing this, as we've been somewhat prone to do tonight, and by we of course I mean me. There we go. Okay. And now we gently apply pressure evenly all over across the top here. There's some of this excess sprue. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to end up taking some green stuff to this model at some point before we prime it to patch up some of these holes, some of these more egregious looking gaps in the hole and stuff. Just to make it look nice and even. I thought this door was supposed to open, but I guess not. Makes sense. The Castigator is not a transport vessel after all, like the Rhino or Immolator tanks. Okay. Try to get this side pressed down a little bit more. We can dab a little bit more plastic cement here, just to get that down in there. Okay. Okay. Trying to get that side to stay down real quick. while I'm doing that, I'm gonna adjust some settings here on my computer. Let's see. That's good enough. Alright. And any gaps we notice now we will fill in later on with green stuff. Okay. On to the next. So with this facing the front, we want to get number 25 and number 26. And also number 9 and 10. So here are 9 and 10. 10 to the left, 9 to the right, 10 to the left, 9 to the right. Okay, number 10 to the left. And then part number 9 to the right. And then part 24 to the right. Let's see. There we go. This does not want to get loose for some reason. This does not want to come loose for some reason. Hold on. Did I not cut it enough right there? Let's see. Bring that more into the light so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then we're gonna just, as gently as we can, just sort of twist that out. Drop there. Number 24 goes to which side? This side. Okay. Now we do the same thing for number 25 right here. Ugh. Let's see here. Whew. These are very stiff. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I didn't really cut that part off very well, did I? Okay, Christian, let's not break that, please. Thank you. I literally cut that as much as I could. Why is this not coming off? Alright, Christian, be patient, be patient, be patient. Oh, hey Isabel, welcome in. We are just doing some tank building. I was also just informing the populace, our friends here, that I won't be able to stream next week on Thursday, unfortunately. Just because, oh, sorry, let me pull my mic a little closer. I'm not going to be able to stream next week, unfortunately, because I have my apartment tour that I told you about is next week at 6:30, so I'm not going to make it back home in time for streaming. I don't want to push, I would have to push it back probably a little too late for everybody. Too late for a start time at least, so I'm going to, we're going to just, you know, get back to it the week after. Otherwise, what else have you missed? We chatted a little bit. Godzilla Nid's birthday is tomorrow, so big ups to him. Zeal got one of the 2 jobs that she applied for, the library job specifically, so that's exciting. And then also had a poll earlier where I had everyone vote on what color they think the tank should be once I go to paint it. And we decided on white. We decided that it's going to be a white tank, which I think is going to look very nice with the rest of the army that we have built and painted up so far. And it's going to look very nice. Talked a little bit about the balanced data slate today too, which dropped. Last balanced data slate of Warhammer 40k 9th edition, so some armies got shafted, others got really shafted, and some just kind of just stood where they are, you know, so nothing too exciting there. And then I showed off my new haircut. Talked about the new Zelda game. We also, what else did we do? Oh, swapped some hobbying tips between Connor and Nikki. Offered some very good painting tips for learning how to paint faces. Swapped some ideas with Godzilla Knit about what to do about adding some tank bits or adding a whole tank like this to the base of one of his Tyranids models that he wants to build. Godzilla Knit also shared with us a little bit about their own custom color scheme for their Tyranids, which is very cool to hear about and learn about. And yeah, that's just about everything. Yeah, it's been a pretty fun, pretty chill stream so far. Ran into a few bumps in the road along the way with building this tank, but then again, that's the story of building most tanks when it comes to 40k anyway, so, you know, or at least for me. I suck at vehicles. I don't suck at vehicles. There's no such thing as sucking at vehicles. What does that even mean, Christian? Come on now. Oh, here's the other big thing that you missed. I made a solemn vow to chat saying that if we can hit 1,000 subscribers by December 31st, 11:59 2023, I will come on stream dressed as Bob Ross, and I will do a full Bob Ross impersonation for the duration of the stream. So there you go. How could I forget about that? Almost forgot to mention that little tidbit. Says yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you can thank Janine for that one. It was her idea. It was her idea. Chimera Ross, yep, exactly. Exactly, Godzilla Ned, exactly. This is a little crooked. Or is it? No, that's fine. That's parallel with that, so that should be fine. Ah, it's the All-Star song. Perfect timing for your arrival, Isabel. Okay. Nice. So those pieces are all nice and secure. Don't think I'll need to pick up the model for any reason for this next bit, because I'm going to be doing some smaller port assemblies. Oh no, I do have to attach the doors. I do have to do that. So I will do that. Make sure I didn't... Oh no, that's just the silence at the end of the music. I'll just go ahead and skip to the next track. There we go. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. That is my allergy medication alarm. 1 second, everybody. Your boy suffers greatly from pollen allergies during the springtime, so I gotta make sure I take my Zyrtec. Daily, that way I don't have to go through my day with the stuffiest nose and the runniest eyes you've ever seen in your life. Trust me, that is not what the kids call a good look. Watch 24 hours from now, YouTube's gonna flag this video for depictions of drug usage just because I took my fucking allergy medication on stream. YouTube, you silly goose. You silly goose of a platform. What am I looking for? Oh, we gotta go to the Beast Brew. We are looking for parts B24 and B30. I feel like I'm playing frickin' bingo right now. B24 goes to the left side and B30 to the right side. Got it, got it. They're a little tricky to cut out, aren't they? That's okay. Let's just get that. Get that. There we go. 24 goes on that side. And then 30 goes on this side. There we go. Lots of extra plastic to clean off of this thing. Lots of extra plastic to clean off of this thing. Here we go. I love this song. This is my favorite song on this playlist. Like my second favorite one. My first favorite one's like that bossa nova type one that played last time. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like Sunset Bossa or something like that. Love me a good bossa nova moment. There we go. Okay, cool. Nice, that should be clean enough to go on there now. I know this is a question I asked a long time ago, like way back, I think like during my very first stream, but for our newer friends, or perhaps for anyone who didn't have the opportunity to chime in back then, what are y'all's favorite genres of music out of curiosity? I know for me, I'm like an all forms of rock and metal type of guy, plus like R&B, jazz. I mentioned bossa nova too. J-rock especially, as nerdy as that might sound. Like I know, like what a weeb, right? But it's true. I love me a good J-rock moment, especially if it's anything from Asian Kung Fu Generation, which is my favorite J-rock band. Trying to think. Used to be a big dubstep guy when I was a teenager, but that was definitely just a phase. Wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan of dubstep anymore. But historically, I would call myself a fan of dubstep, I guess you can say. I'm trying to get more into J-rock or J-pop in general. Nice, see. Yeah, J-rock. If you want any good J-rock recs, I would recommend, you've probably heard some of these names before, because they've all done some pretty iconic anime openings. There's Asian Kung Fu Generation, who are probably most well known for their, the second opening of the original Naruto series, Far and Beyond, or Haruka Kanata. That was a terrible Japanese pronunciation. They did that one. They also did one for, they did rewrite for the original Full Metal Alchemist anime, so not Brotherhood, but the first run one, which is pretty good. But yeah, they're my favorite J-rock band. Then there's also this J-rock band called Number Girl, who aren't together anymore, but they're a great band. Their song Omoide in My Head is probably their most iconic song, probably the most emblematic of their style too. You already know Adarashi Gecko, so I don't have to tell you about Adarashi Gecko, but maybe I'll tell the rest of the people about Adarashi Gecko if they don't know who that is. Super talented J-pop group, love them to pieces. Who else we got? There's Bump of Chicken, who did, they've done a bunch of anime openings. I think the one I remember the most is, or the best is the one for Kekai Sensen Season 1, Blood Blockade Battlefront Season 1. They did that one. There's also Unison Square Garden, who did the closing theme for the first season of Blood Blockade Battlefront, which is excellent. There's VIP, who I think their most favorite song, or their most famous song, is probably the first opening of Magi, which to this day, whenever I hear that opening, I instantly feel motivated. Not VIP, sorry, that's the name of the song. Shit, what's the name of the group? Fuck. Oh my god, why am I blanking? Hold on. I gotta look this up real quick, so I'm gonna feel awful for getting this. Sim! Yes, Sim is amazing. Godzilla Nid. Hold on, Magi opening 1 is... Oh my god. Hold on. Here we go. It was Sid, S-I-D, who did VIP for Maki opening 1. Yes. Love those guys. SIM2 is really good. I'm trying to think, who else do I like? Let's see. Some more will come to me later. I'll tell you more later if any pop into my head. But yeah, you know SIM though, because they did rumbling, it's coming. Anyway, which is my second favorite Attack on Titan opening, in case anyone was wondering. Let's see. Oh, okay, now we're doing this part. Okay, perfect. You're actually making very excellent progress on this tank tonight. I think by the end of the next stream, this is definitely going to be done. At least construction-wise. Get the priming done off-stream. That'll be that. Then it'll be time to paint. 7 and B39. B39 is probably on this sprue. On this other sprue, so we won't worry about it right in a second. But we're just going to separate this. Gonna twist it off for the remainder, and then do that. And then we need part number 39, which is right here. Here's part 39 right here. There we go. Then I don't know if they've done any like anime openings, or at least any that'd be like recognizable, but there's this other J-rock band called Complex that I really like. Their song Be My Baby is like one of those like pump up feel good songs. If you just search up Complex Be My Baby on YouTube, you should be able to find the official music video for it. It's just like 2 of them in the video. Yeah, they're good. I like them a lot too. Let's see. I'm gonna have to kind of chop this one off Gordon Ramsay style again. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's dry fit these together to make sure they'll go. Perfect. I'm using the version of this that doesn't have like the flame sticking out of it because I want to be able to rotate the turret. The main turret when I'm like playing with this on the tabletop. Otherwise I would use the flames, but the flames unfortunately do get in the way of the rotation of the main turret. Okay, and then this one's gonna go on the, let's see, facing the twin, it's gonna go on the back one here. I see. I see. So that just connects like right there. Perfect. Okay, cool. So let me just put some. There we go. Nice. That's one down. Just like that. Ta-da! There we go. Okay. Number 8 and number B38. Anyone got bingo yet? No, I'm kidding. There we go. Boom. And then we need part number 8, which is this one right here. Part number 8. Here we go. Bada bing. Bada boom. Nice. Gonna chop this off once yet again, Gordon Ramsay style. gotta boom. And then boom. And then this one's gonna go on the front left. Or front right, rather, relative to the tank. Oh, did y'all see that the Powerpuff Girls series is like the original Powerpuff Girls is on Netflix now? Also, did y'all see that HBO Max, first of all, is dropping HBO from the name and it's just going to be Max from now on? And it's also adding paid tiers. And apparently there's a tier called Ultimate ad-free or something like that. Even though there's already like a mid-tier like ad-free option. It's like, how's the Ultimate option better? Like, what else are they adding? They're gonna take away more ads, but they already took away all the ads at like the second paid tier. Like, what does that even mean? I saw that today and I was just kind of like, oh, that's just silly. That's just silly, and not even in the productive way. It's silly in the most counterproductive way possible. How could they? What do we need now? We need part number 5. We need part number 5. Boom. And we need part number 37. Part number 37. Ah, here's part number 37. Right there. So I'm just gonna... Bunch of weirdness. Did you see that they are remaking her? Yes, I did. And I'm just like, unfrickin' believable. Like, why? Why? Well, we know why. It's because J.K. Rowling hates the main cast and wants to rewrite their legacy. The OG main cast and wants to rewrite their legacy. I'm like, who is this for? Who needs this? We have the movies. That's enough. Like, we don't need any more Harry Potter. We really, really don't. And beyond that, we don't need her to remake the movies. That's just spite. That's just petty. That is just petty, bro. That's just super petty. Makes no goddamn sense. These be strange times. Yes, I did see that, Isabel. And this is not going to be the way to fix that. This is not going to be the way to fix that. That's for damn sure. Great googly moogly. Was the world not enough? Joanne? Was the world just not enough for you? There we go. Alright, one last thingamabob. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay, there we go, boom. Then we gotta just cut that right there. Okay, that looks good. Let's shake this up a little bit. Okay. What time is it? 9:34? Okay, so we're getting close to the end of our time here, but that's alright. We are making very excellent progress. Very nice progress indeed. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Nice. Alright, this is actually, looking at the instruction manual, this is actually very, very close to being done. Which is perfect, because if I get to this certain point here, this will give me a good place to stop, and then the next time we stream, we'll get to magnetizing the main turret. Okay. Cool. Cool. Bet. Okay, what do I need now? Okay, now we're building one of the other storm bolters. I see. These are the big boys now. Gotta build these big boys, these big chonkers. Okay, what do I need? I need parts 26 and 27, which are located here and here. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay. 26. 27. And we need part 28, wherever that happens to be. Oh, there you are, right there. Part 28 is this little swivel right here. So we're just gonna, I think I'd twist that out without having to cut it. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Okay, now we clean these up as always. Oop. Let's see. Romeo's dentist only had to pull one tooth, and they said the rest of his teeth looked great. Was not expecting it. Oh, that's good. That's nice. Good for him. Oh, hey. Romeo's the goodest boy, you know? Of course his teeth would be squeaky clean. I'd expect nothing less. I'd expect nothing less than peak physical condition from our favorite jelly bean. I'm glad his dentist appointment went well. For context, y'all, Romeo is one of Isabel's dogs, so that is why I refer to him as a jelly bean, because that is basically what he is, being that he is part Chihuahua, right? You said he's like a mix of a whole bunch of different things. Okay, let's just get glued in here. Oh man. Okay, cool. Yo, bro. Hey, Jordan, what's good, bro? Are you actually asking, or are you serious? We have no clue what he is. I really want to get him a DNA test. Yeah, y'all should get him a DNA test to find out what he is. I'd be curious to know at this point too. Jordan, my guy, how's your day been, man? What you been up to? It was the song before this one. Yeah. I got you. Give me 1 second. I'll take a look. Alright, iTunes, reveal your secrets to me. Let's see. The song before this one was... Let's see. Is that this one? Let me make sure I'm looking at this in the right order. Yeah, Tap Water, that was like at the top of the string. Okay, so this is the most recent one. That was called Spotlight from Stream Beats by Harris Heller. To answer your question, Jordan. Chilling and working, bro. Oh, you're back in Florida right now? Nice. You go back and forth between like you will go back and forth to Florida pretty often, right? Because you're not always there for work, right? B25 and B29. B25 and B29. B25, there you are. Okay, hold on. That one's not going to go without a fight, so we're going to just actually snip that one. There we go. Number 25. Then we need part number 29, which is one of these lights right here. I think with this one we can just sort of twist out. Yeah, Bossman had some things for me to take care. Dude, you're cracking me up right now. I did not know that you were from Dem Islands. Gotcha. What part of Florida? What part of Florida do you go down to again? Is it Miami? No, it's not Miami, right? Tis elsewhere, I'm assuming. What kind of tanks? Hey, Matt, what's good, man? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh my god. You goofballs. Okay. So this goes... It's kind of Lego style here. This is gonna go... that side out, and then Port St. Lucie, Palm City stored area. Okay, gotcha. I'm glad you could catch us too, Matt. Just in time too, because we're coming up on time here shortly. Let's see. Okay, so that goes like that. Right. So that goes like that, and then this. Oh my god. Matt knows what's up. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oof. Okay, and that slides in there like that. It looks like. And then this whole assembly gets attached here on top of the tank. We're building a tank, by the way, tonight, guys. This is a Adepta Sororitas Castigator tank. The sister's main battle tank. One I've been very much looking forward to building for a while and getting off my shelf and eventually onto a tabletop somewhere. Oh, no. It doesn't go on like that. Wait, did I do this wrong? Oh, I did. Oh, hold on. I'm doing this all kinds of wrong. That's supposed to go like bang, and then I'm supposed to go like aha. Yes. Whew. Glad I didn't royally screw that one up. I almost did. You know what? Tank, oh my god. Tank, I hardly know her. Yeah, this thing has guns for days. I mean, it's no Imperial Guard tank, but it'll get the job done. Bro, like 3 days ago on TikTok, I saw a video of someone's Imperial Guard Baneblade tank. Not Beyblade tank, but Baneblade tank. That thing was literally the size of the dude's cat. The dude's like 1-year-old cat was about as big as a Baneblade tank. To give you an idea of just how big that model is. It is freaking massive. And I, for one, approve. Let's see. Alright, time to do the other Stormbolter real quick. Yeah, Yeah, definitely gonna need those in the game for sure. So we need parts 32 and 33 and 34. So let me get part 34 out since it's just right here. And guys, as we're nearing the end of our time here together tonight, just want to remind you one more time to please don't forget to leave a like if you like what you saw here, because of course it greatly helps out the channel, especially with the algorithm, because the algorithm really likes it when you all like stuff. So please make a point to like my stuff if you truly do like what you saw here. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're not subscribed already. Don't forget to smash that notification bell too, so that way you know exactly when I go live every week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time, with the exception of next week. There will be no stream next week, unfortunately, because I have to focus on some life things, some moving house things. But we will be back the following week, which will be the 27th. We will be back on the 27th. And until then, I will miss you all greatly. Thank you very much, Isabel, for the like. Really appreciate you. Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed, Ultralord. It is indeed. We are like pretty close to finishing this thing. I mean, not going to finish it tonight, but we'll definitely be ready for the magnetization step for the next stream. Look at all the boys rolling into the chat. We love to see it. And also, let me just take a moment to say thank you once again, guys, for all your support. Oh, also, I should say too, I have a little bit of a new subscriber incentive for you all. So while I do want to still kind of keep us like on pace for the 100 subscriber goal, right here to get us there by next month, I did also present another goal after that, which is that if we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, and by that I mean right up until December 31st, 11:59 p.m. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers by then I will do a stream not only dressed like Bob Ross, and by dressed I mean dressed like Bob Ross, but I will also do a full impersonation of him as well through the duration of the stream. So if y'all want to see that, help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and we will see about doing exactly that. Boom. And then we need part 31. Here we go. Another fun thing I did earlier this week was I went back and revisited some of my favorite Eric Andre show clips from like the original run of the show. One of them being the one with Lance Reddick, where he does his routine about wanting to be like LeVar Burton. That shit is like one of my favorite things, period. That shit never fails to make me laugh, even though I know what's coming every time since I've seen it so many times. See, there's that one. There's also, oh god, there's when Tyler, the Creator, was on. There was, what's at 100 then? 100 is, 100 is a solid pat on the back and my undying love and gratitude. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do for 100. Or maybe I do know, and I just do not want to tell you all. No, I really don't know. Maybe I'll do an extra long stream that night. Maybe I'll do like, yeah, maybe I'll do like an extra long stream that night, or something like that. pat on the back. Come now, that was just a joke. It was just a joke. What are we doing for 1 million subs? Oh my god, I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. First we gotta see about getting to 1,000. First game stream. For 100. What are you talking about for 100 subs? I can't do any game streams right now for a couple of different reasons, but the chief amongst which is that I don't have a second monitor yet, and I don't think within a month I'm gonna be able to get one. So probably not that. I would like to do that for a milestone eventually. Maybe we'll do like a game stream for like 500 subs, something like that, but not for 100. No, not for 100. Okay. Yeah, second monitor would definitely be very needed for a game stream. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Exactly. Erica, do you mean for Erica, do you mean for doing it at 500, you mean? Is a good idea? Also, what type of game would y'all want to see, out of curiosity, when I do a game stream? Personally, I'm vibing with like a puzzle game, myself. I feel like that'd be fun to watch me suffer, and rack my brain around some good old-fashioned puzzles of some sort. Might show y'all one of my favorite. Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do Bob Ross at 1,000. We'll do Bob Ross at 1,000, and then we'll do we will do video games. Our first video game stream at 500. Resident Evil. Oh my god. Resi 4. The Resi 4 remake, which just came out recently, could be fun. That could be fun. Uno. I thought about Uno, but I feel like Uno would be... I want to use Uno for even for a more special occasion. I think Uno might be like... like playing Uno with y'all might be like 5,000. I think Uno would be like a 5,001. Cause that's got to be like a special one, you know. Walking Dead. Oh, Telltale Walking Dead. That could be really fun. Yeah, that could be really fun. I'll tell you what. I'll give it a think. I'll give it a think, and I'll get back to y'all. A fan of horror and puzzle games. Well, you're in good company then, Gray. You are for sure in good company. The Last of Us once they fix the glitches. Fair. Yeah, we'll figure something out. So I also want to pick a game that's like good for like a single session, you know what I'm saying? Something that we're not all gonna get like, I guess, too hooked into, just because I don't want to be like stuck trying to beat it across multiple sessions when there's hobbying work to be done. Because also too, my channel is still pretty young, so there's also the fear of like alienating audiences too. If I like suddenly change material up, you know what I'm saying? You know. But then again, I guess I am a small channel right now, and I'm not really like, I mean, even though I do this as like my main thing. I'm not really like known for it or anything. I don't know. These are the things a burgeoning content creator has to think about. Content strategy. Which is, unfortunately and ironically, probably my least favorite part about doing this. Absolutely. Pop Tropica! Oh my god, you know, I still to this day remember my old login information for my old Pop Tropica account. The problem is that my old Pop Tropica account was created using my parents' old email address, which they have since shut down, so I can no longer access it. And it's so sad, because I wish I could, but I can't. So I'd have to start over from scratch if I ever played Pop Tropica again. Why is this not sticking? Hold on. Wizard 101. Yo, I used to be a fiend in Wizard 101 back in the day. I used to love running around as a pyromancer. God, I miss Wizard 101. I hear it's still going very strong. It's still a very active MMO. Which is it's amazing for an MMO to be that old and still have like a very strong player base. Especially one marketed toward kids. So I feel like that particular demographic's got so much like else aimed at them nowadays. Cool math games. Oh my gosh. Cool math games would be pretty sick. Hold on, I just realized I kind of goofed something up here. I need to loosen this. There we go. I shouldn't have glued that. Okay. Meanwhile, this needs a little bit more glue. Apparently. Put some on the side of the hole there too for some extra hold. Why name Red, by the way? Your name is Red? I don't know, Matt. That's odd. Let me see. Why is your name Red? It's not red on my end, so unfortunately I cannot give you an exact answer on that. Hopefully it's something that's not permanent though, at least. Alright, and that should hold. Alright, I think we're gonna stop there for the night. This is where we're at with this Castigator right now. Maybe it just highlights yourself or something. Maybe. You might be working with a newer version of YouTube or something. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave off for the night, y'all. So, once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really had a good time with everyone. Oh my god, not Alien Isolation. Oh my god. Throwback to playing that in my basement, y'all. But yeah, thanks guys so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it having y'all here as always. Thank you so much for your continued support of my channel. Don't forget to leave a like before you go if you like what you saw here today. If you're new here and I haven't met you yet, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. That way you could get all the notifications about when I go live. Quick announcement about that. Once again, I will not be going live next week because I have life stuff, grown-up shit to take care of next week. Unfortunately, that's going to conflict with the stream time, and I don't want to start like a super late stream because like that's not fun really. So yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight for now. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Stay frosty out there, avoid the pollen like the plague, and take care of yourselves and stay hydrated. And until I see y'all again, peace out. And I'm gonna give it some thought on those subscriber goals, what we're gonna do, y'all. Y'all have given me some stuff to think about. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. I'll see y'all later, alright?